I stayed up till midnight. It's midnight now to watch Star Trek Lower Decks 5. It's 50th anniversary of Star Trek, and the episode is called "An Embarrassment of Dooplers." There's an alien on the ship that looks kind of like the bald, short dude from Seinfeld, who reproduces when he gets embarrassed. He basically duplicates into like a fax of himself over and over again. There's Boimler and Freeman. Yeah, Boimler and is Freeman the other one? Yeah, Boimler and Freeman want to go to, or was it Ransom? I always get those two mixed up. Boimler and the girl want to go to a party on a station that has a Starfleet party, and so Boimler goes as his transporter double, and they try to get to the party and they can't. There's an earlier scene in the station where she was apparently part of the station before, and it's basically kind of like Freaky Loud, but it's a little bit of DS9. But before Freaky Loud, there's an arms trader guy that tricks them into hauling his contraband, but then the space authorities are after them, and they're driving around the dune buggy like Star Trek Nemesis. There's a dune buggy chase through a bunch of stuff. There's a couple of bird aliens that have chirpies, of course, from Silly Trek, and they were trying to hide in the arboretum on the holodeck, but it wasn't a quiet place. They thought it was. There was meanwhile, Rutherford and Tendi are building a model of the Cerritos. Keep finding all these weird things inside the model of the Cerritos. Well, the Dooplers are reproducing everywhere, cloning each other everywhere, asexually cloning each other. It's kind of a Kal Kat story. But yeah, they hinted at it earlier on in the previews that at one point they would be in their Star Trek Insurrection outfits, and they would be going on this mission and doing the story. They eventually figure out that the Dooplers are, if they become enraged, they unduplicate. Also, they find out from the Divine Lake bartender. Of course, she's a Divine Lake. So we had a cameo by the Divine Lake Triple Queen in this one. Before she became that. No. And so, yeah. So Kirk and Spock were in this bar. Yes, they went to the bar in the station. I would know. Then I cried. Oh, Kirk. Anyway, so not as many references, but there were some. It was a fine episode. It was reminiscent of some others. The camaraderie thing establishes that that Mariner. Oh, she's named Mariner. That's right. Mariner. Mariner Ransom. Yeah, Mariner. Yeah, that's her name. Mariner. That's right. Is the cat would be the captain, and she'd be the number one. He'd be number one. Freeman doesn't get let on to the with the crew after saving the Dopplers, making them cussing at them to make them turn back into be angry, and then turn back into one guy. So there were hundreds of them. They go back, and the cussing's all blurted out, so bleeped out. They go back to the station thing. They're not let on to the end of the party. Mariner and Freeman end up in the same bar where Kirk and Spock had been. So anyway, so that's pretty much it in terms of what the story is. It's fine. It was okay. Yeah, it was fine. And, so the 50th anniversary of Star Trek episode referencing Kirk and Spock, and also, oh yeah, the contraband was data soap dispensers. Reference lore being in there somewhere, and also the disruptors. At one point, they passed by some Vulcans that just blankly acknowledged. It's fascinating. There's a lot of little things going on the station. Interesting. All the commercials that are on it are lame, but that's CBS. So I got to see this one a little earlier than usual, it being the wee hours of the morning, and yeah, it was all right. It's fine. Star Trek Prodigy, though, in the preview does refer to. I knew you had potential as a line that Janeway hologram says, which is right out of Silly Shrek and On Location, so they're directly referencing us in Prodigy. So cool. Yes. So also production on Starship Locations, the Triple Hunt began today. The teaser trailer looks awesome. Yeah. We will not have that trailer ready for a little while, though. Like with the Transformers Mush, it'll be on the Chimera channel. Unlike Mush, it'll be on the Chimera channel instead of here on this one. And it'll be... and we're putting up the making of stuff on the Chimera channel as it goes instead of all together. It's one big, long making of thing. It's already been 3 or 4 of them. So, yeah, another Star Trek parody in production at the same time. Another parody in production. And there is a version of Tendi that is 20 years older than the one from this show. Next. So, yeah. So, yeah, because we needed an ensemble that was multicultural. So, anyway. The making of stories will go on the Starship Chimera, Starship Locations, Starship Chimera channel, 82405. And then there will be a teaser trailer for the pilot movie thing. That trailer is not up yet because we want to do that trailer and then we want to have it really kind of done before you put up the trailer. So we want to have it at least filmed before you go to the trailer. It just started. The Mush originally aired on this channel, the Transformers Mush, and it was done differently. Whereas they would group everything together and then the episode together. Camera's kind of scattered more. So, yeah, so. So that's it.